Death by stereo. Death by stereo. What's going on, guys? Welcome back, man. I know it's been about a week. Nah, it ain't been a week, but it's been close to a week since I've uploaded. And as you know, New Year's is coming right around the corner, so I'm assuming I will not talk to you guys after the ball drops. So happy New Year's in advance, man. But I got a little story to tell. So as you know, if you don't know, I got a lot of big breaks on Thunderstruck Gaming, man. And I'll tell you what, I met a lot of cool dudes over there, man. I'm friends, online with all of them. I'm subscribed to all their channels, We watch each other's content, help each other out, whatever, man. But we are so excited this year for Christmas noobs, man. We're always talking about that shit, right? You know what I mean? We're always talking about the Christmas noobs. And I got everybody together, man. We all went out to eat to this bar / restaurant, And I got to tell you, man, it was a trip. Freaking J-Bone, man, as you know, he's the sauce guy, And the first thing he does, we sit down, man. He sees a bottle of ketchup on the table. Dude, he puts that shit in his pocket. I'm like, bro, what are you doing, man? It's embarrassing. He's like, man, I gotta have that sauce, man. I gotta have that sauce. He took the damn sugar packets out of the damn jar for the iced tea, for crying out loud. I was like, bro, that ain't even the sauce. Come on, man. My boy Tim, the Dynamite, he's there. He's just sitting next to me, just laughing to himself, shaking his head, man. Wayne the Average Gamer showed up. Blizzo, Bootney Farnsworth. Wayne's just chilling out. Man, we sit down to eat, to order our food. Blizzo's doing his Thunder impression, his 402 Thunder 402 impression while ordering his dinner, for Christ's sake, man. It had me rolling. Bootney showed up in his Uncle Farnsworth outfit, for crying out loud. If you haven't seen his shit, go check out Bootney Farnsworth channel. I'm going to link that in the description, man. The shit was hilarious, bro. Who else showed up? The Dominican Savage, man. He was just kind of laid back, chilling, man. Talking about the Yankees. My man Gilmore, he was sitting right across the table. Me and him were trading beers, drinking, trading stories. And he starts talking about his Maple Leafs, man. The guy's a freaking hockey fan. And I know some of the people in, like, New York, the upper North United States, and that. I'm like, bro, man, around here, nobody gives a shit about hockey, man. You need to just cut that out. And we started arguing over that, and suffice to say, we got along towards the end of the night, but that just wasn't a pretty situation, And GCP, man, GCP. An hour or two into dinner, man, he got a few drinks in him, and he works in the medical industry. So, man, the waitress comes over. He starts trying to do the freaking teach this girl how to do CPR, man. Almost got us thrown out of the joint, man. We are all cracking our asses up. And finally, who else made it? On Time 74, man, he was just... all you heard at him was yeah, all night long, man. He was just chilling out, relaxing, man. A good old time, man, partying with all the boys. I'll tell you what, y'all missed it. But now I'm full of shit. That's something I just made up for y'all's entertainment. But I'll tell you what. If we did get all of us together, it'd be one hell of a night, man. It's just a shame that most of us live all over the country. But nonetheless, I'm just trolling my friends a little bit. I'm sure they'll appreciate the humor in it. But anyway, we're going to get into the main subject of the commentary now. So I've got two different subjects I want to talk about today. One, there's a rumor going around that the skill-based matchmaking has been kind of loosened up. They loosened up the purse strings on the skill-based matchmaking. I actually told a friend online today, he mentioned that. I said, going off my feels, the feels of how I play the game, I feel like that rumor may be true. I don't know, it just feels like it's getting a little easier. Granted, I have been playing the game a lot more since I did maybe 2-3 weeks ago. And I watched Exclusive Ace actually did another test, and he dropped a video today actually. And according to his tests, nothing's changed at all, except that he did confirm that if you let your one of your friends, whoever has the lowest stats per game, host the lobby, chances are you're gonna have a more pleasant lobby. It's not gonna be bots, but it's gonna make it a little easier. So you got a buddy with a 3 KD and he's hosting, and you're only a 1 or a 1.5. Obviously you're gonna be struggling a little bit. But I think we already knew that already, so he didn't really give us anything new as far as intel on that. I mean, that was really obvious because when I play with a few friends, I mean, it's sweaty. It's always sweaty. But again, I keep mentioning my man JB. He's got over a 2, and he's dropping nukes. He's one of the best players that I know currently. That does YouTube with me. I play along with him online sometimes, and I could definitely tell the difference when he's the party host because I'm obviously facing off against PC Sweats and just Sweats in general, man. You know, the best of the best. But, so, suffice to say, yeah, they haven't loosened the purse strings on skill-based matchmaking, at least as far as exclusive Ace is concerned, and I do trust his judgment. The guy's pretty thorough. And he also did say he was going to be testing this like once every 1 month to 6 weeks or so and just kind of see what happens. And I find that pretty interesting. I'm kind of looking forward to his results in the next few months. And then also, I was thinking as well that maybe the game was getting a little easier simply because I'm actually playing it more, and I'm obviously getting more of the lines of the sight down, the spawns, etc., etc. So yeah, the maps are starting to get a little bit easier. There are a few maps that I still can't stand even after all this time. But one thing Exclusive Ace did mention, and I remember this, one thing that might be giving us the idea of a better matchmaking system or a more lenient matchmaking system is that they're actually getting the connections ironed out. They're finally fixing the server connections and, you know, all that good stuff. Whereas, obviously, the first month of the game, I mean, shoot first and die, you know, the time to kill is a lot longer than the time to die. And he even said, and again, I remember this, in Infinite Warfare, the first month or so it was out, this was definitely a problem. I remember that. I would remember drawing up on a guy, like, sprint out, aim down sight, drop like 4 bullets on a guy from maybe 6 feet away, and still lose the gunfight. It made me nuts. I uninstalled the game. I mean, I eventually went back to it for a little while, but that first month, I quit. I straight up quit the game, man. And I think they're ironing that stuff out, finally. So, apparently that's an Infinity War problem. You know, we always joke about Treyarch's hit detection being kind of a joke, but I don't know, man. Infinity War's kind of, you know, they might be getting that medal this year, man, because it ain't nothing like Ghost hit detection. I think anybody who's played older Call of Duties, like before Ghost and on, will all agree Ghost had the best hit detection, period. You can still, I can get it back on there now, and it's still got the best hit detection after like 8 years. But nonetheless, it's just something I wanted to touch on. Now, the next subject, the next thing I wanted to talk about, yes, I've been grinding this game a lot more. Granted, I'm only playing like twice a week, but when I do, I'm playing like 4 hours at a time. I'm trying to get this damn game down. I'm trying to get some scores, and that's part of why I haven't been uploading that much. Like, I don't want to upload a video to you guys where I'm going like 15-5. You know, I had a game the other day. I got my VTOL up. I didn't get my chopper gunner, but I got my VTOL. Dude, I only went 11-2. Yeah, it's a great KD, but hell, 11-2? You know what I mean? Like, I want to drop 30 bombs, 40 bombs, like I used to on Black Ops 4. Like, I'm not getting good gameplays. I'm working on it. I'm trying, man. I'm trying to grind this damn game out. Sometimes it's fun. Sometimes it's not. Still a little bit of shoot first and die. Yes, I agree with Ace that it's starting to get a little better, and maybe that's why we think the matchmaking is, like I said, not as strong or as aggressive. But the main thing, I've said this before, but I really wanted to touch on it, and I actually wrote some stuff down. I talked about, I believe this, not my last video. The last video I did was where I played that song on my acoustic. But no, the upload before that, I was talking about the lobby search. It is ridiculous. Like, I'm trying to get gameplays, or just trying to get into a newish lobby, right? It takes, I'd say, I probably only get 3 full matches played an hour, maybe. Whereas Black Ops 4, it's probably 6 or 7. And I mean, that depends on the game mode too. Maybe shit, if I'm playing just like TDMs, it could probably be like 8 matches an hour, 7, because the matches are only 6 minutes long, 7 minutes long, right? But I actually wrote down, I logged on, set up my classes, or do whatever you do, you know. I was playing, I had the quick play, and that's the irony. They call it quick play, yet it's the slowest lobby search I've ever seen, bro. It's ridiculous. But anyway, I logged on, you know, got my stuff together, you know, and tweaked any settings, whatever I need to do. You know, everybody's got their little routine when they log on to COD, but I wrote down every lobby score, you know, and this, that, and the other for, let me count here, maybe 12 matches. And this is how it worked out. So, click the search button. It takes at least a minute to get something on the screen. Finally logs me into a game, into a match. It's a match of domination, 88 to 142. That's the score. My team has 88 score to 142. I'm like, WTF, back to F out, right? Another 2 minutes rolls by. I get Euphrates Bridge. I can't stand the map. I actually tweeted out the other day that we were playing Dom on Euphrates Bridge, brand new game. I booked to the bridge. That's the first thing I did. I booked, got up by the B flag. I held it off for a good 2.5 minutes by myself. Working my way to capping it because obviously the other team was pushing their butt off trying to get it to. They finally took me out. My team did not come up to the bridge one time in them 2-3 minutes to help me out. And as soon as I died, we were spawn trapped. So 4 minutes, 5 minutes into the game, I backed out. I'm like, nope. That's the first time I've played that map, and I don't know how long, and that's why I don't play it. If you have a party, yeah, they're gonna help you control the B flag on the bridge. Playing solo, bro, good luck. So I backed out of that, got into another match. It was 85-82, which is fine as far as the score goes. It's not a blowout, but the game's halfway over already. I'm like, no, backed out of that, right? Get into another match. It's on vacant. I actually like vacant. Score was 100-130. Again, pretty close match, but the game's half over. I back out. Minute or two later, puts me back on vacant, the same game. So I just reset the app. I said, you know, screw it. I hit quit. I reset the app. Guess what? I get back on. It gives me vacant again. I swear to God, I back out, right? Then it puts me on crash. I can't stand crash on this game. I just don't do it. I'm just sorry. I just can't get into crash. My apologies. I love vacant, but I can't do crash. Backed out again. Guess what? Euphrates Bridge. Backed out again. Got back into another game. Euphrates Bridge. 2 times in a row. Finally, after all this, I finally got a new match on vacant. It was headquarters. So that was what? Let me count real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 attempts. And that's also including me resetting my app. 9 attempts to getting into a new match, or even a newer match where, again, we're playing a game of Dom. Goes up to 200. Let's say the game's 30-50, something like that. 40-70. Like, that's close enough. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be a brand new match. It took me 9 attempts to do that. It's like, so I finished that match. I wrote down 2 more because you know, I'm not gonna keep going and going and going. But I got Arkalov Peak. I actually like that map a lot, but the score was 77-119. Again, game halfway over. And then finally, the last one I wrote down, I backed out of that match, Euphrates Bridge again. And notice how there's no map rotation at all in this. You're hearing the same, like, 3-4 maps. No Hackney Yard, no Gun Runner, you know what I mean? No Shoot House. And this is, I had 10v10 Dom and standard 6v6 Dom in headquarters. And this is the results I got in, like, an hour plus, dude. It's ridiculous. It's... For me, that's my biggest complaint. If any award came out to me right now and was like, "Hey, Stereo, man, what's your beef with this game, man?" In you know, a few sentences or less, I would say your lobby search, man. I don't know if your matchmaking is that strong to where it's keeping me out of all these other possible lobbies. And according to my boy Supreme Samurai, he actually mentioned this the other day because he attempted to reverse boost, and he was successful with it. And he said when you would go to search lobbies after reverse boosting, you'd get lobbies super fast, for 1. 2, you could definitely tell their skill level. They were not necessarily Timmys, but they weren't the elite, believe me. And it's just a shame. I don't care about getting into new lobbies, bro. Maybe every once in a blue moon. Who doesn't? Who doesn't want that? I just want to get into a new game. That's it, without taking an hour, a half an hour to find it. It's just, tell me down in the comments section, man, how y'all feel about this. I think, to me, personally, in the game's current state, I feel like the footsteps have been tuned down at least enough to where I can tolerate it. Excuse me. At least in respawn modes for the most part. I don't feel like I'm getting totally sound hoard anymore. The 7.25 shotgun isn't as prevalent as it was. You know, there's things they've done, you know, I'm like, it's making the game tolerable. I didn't say good, it's tolerable. It's just the lobby search. It's just, I feel like I waste so much time just trying to find a match, dude. And also, I've got crossplay enabled. I've got a geo filter. I've got a Netgear XR500 router, but I've got the geo filter all the way open. Still not finding matches. So it's not even a server issue. It's just so frustrating, man. Like I said, let me know down what your thoughts down on that down below. And I'm just curious what y'all gotta say. But like I said, that's pretty much gonna wrap it up, guys. Like I said, Happy New Year, man. Also, if you got anything cool, like a New Year's resolution, I personally don't have any resolutions myself. I'm just going to try to focus more on my music this year. Take the car out, the hot rod out a little more than I did. Keep trying to stick this game out, man. Hopefully, you know, I can finally really get the hang of it. But I don't know. I kind of try to stay from calling New Year's resolutions because then you overthink it and you wind up choking it. But like I said, that's pretty much going to wrap it up, guys. Thanks for coming by, and I'll just see you on the next one. Take it easy.